Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Welcome back. If this is your first time tuning in, thank you. Hello, nice to meet you. I cover every single Winnipeg Jets transaction, every single Winnipeg Jets game I've been doing for the last couple of years, and a bunch of news and stuff in between. Now, this is the second video we're putting out today because obviously the Blake Wheeler buyout was already happened, was announced a lot earlier in the day. You can check out that video if you just look in our videos of stuff. It's there. But yeah, no, appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way in or on your way out, either way. But what we're going to talk about quickly is RFAs and UFAs. The Jets just released their list of their RFA, or their tendering offers, their qualifying offers to their RFAs, and all but 3 got tendered offers. Last year we talked about this briefly in a video where I talked about how I was annoyed that Evgeny Svechnikov didn't receive a qualifying offer. The only other guy who didn't receive a qualifying offer last year as well was Marcus Phillips, who we traded Nelson Noje for the deadline last year. That kind of amounted to nothing, and Svechnikov ended up signing with the San Jose Sharks later on, which we covered as well. Now, pretty much all of our RFAs got signed, got tendered and offered to, especially the ones that matter. Even guys like Leon Gowanka, who's playing in Germany right now, if you check out one of our recent videos, he got tendered an offer in the hopes probably that we could trade his contract for assets. So there's that. Let's talk about the 3 guys who did not get tendered offers. There's a couple surprises here, I gotta say. The first one, let's start with the most one that is the least surprising. Alex Limoges was not tendered an offer. He is 25 years of age. He was picked up last year on a 1-year contract basis from the San Diego Gulls, who are the Anaheim Ducks affiliate. He had previously set records in scoring for the Gulls, which isn't a high bar. I looked, he only had 40 points with the Gulls, so I'm guessing they haven't had a great firearm team. With the Manitoba Moose, he put up 20 goals, 34 assists for 54 points in 63 games. He recorded 1 goal in 5 games for the Moose in the playoffs. And honestly, he looks okay. However, let's talk about this from the understanding of the 3-tier system for AHLers. 3-tier system is this. First tier is prospects on their way up to the team that just need to go through the system to get up there. There's tier 2 of guys who are just not good enough to make a roster, who is fighting to try to make the 4th line and stuff like that, who are decent in the AHL. And then the 3rd tier is perennial AHLers who will not progress. Alex Limoges, at 25 years old, unfortunately walked the line a little too close to tier 3 in that regard, I think, with being chosen not to be re-signed here. He towed the line between tier 2 and tier 3, and honestly, with all of the prospects that the Winnipeg Jets have in their system, who they want to begin to work for this aggressive retool by the Winnipeg Jets, this was never going to work. And I understand why they didn't tender an offer to him. Hope he finds a good contract with another AHL team or an NHL team that might give him a shot on a team that isn't contending. Let's move on to Arvid Holm. Arvid Holm was a little bit of an interesting one, as he was an RFA, and we don't have any goalies in the system. We actually don't. Most of our goalie prospects, our 2 main goalie prospects now are Thomas Milic and Dominic DeVincentis. Both of them hadn't played in the AHL prior to this year, and this is how it's probably going to shake up. So now with Arvid Holm out, that means that we are actually going to go hunting tomorrow for a backup goaltender. I didn't think we would. I thought that we would promote either Arvid Holm or Oskari Salminen to the NHL as a backup. This is interesting because Salminen has 1 year left on his contract, and then he's either an RFA or a UFA, which means you could be cleaning house with your goaltender prospects. Salminen has been on the Moose for the last 2 years. The first year, he recorded a 12-10-2 record. This year, he recorded an 18-11-4 record with a 9.11 save percentage and a 2.67 goals against average. However, in the playoffs, he got massively exposed in the 1 game he played, giving up a goals against average of 3.49 and a save percentage of 824. Not great. We've been using Arvid Holm mainly as the guy that gets called. We've mainly been using Arvid Holm as the guy who gets called up on an emergency basis. So that makes it even more surprising, because I would have assumed if you're calling someone up on an emergency basis, you value him at least slightly higher than normal. I'm curious to see if a guy takes a flyer out on Arvid Holm. It's interesting. With his tandem with Oskari Salminen, I always thought he was the inferior goalie of the 2. I thought Oskari was a better goaltender, despite the fact that it seemed like Arvid Holm and him split time pretty much as a 1A, 1B situation. However, now with you drafting Thomas Milic Milic gets slotted right into the Manitoba Moose with Oskari Suominen. So we'll have to see how that plays out. And then the third RFA signing, third RFA deal that was not tendered an offer is Kevin Stenlund. And I'm a little surprised about this. However, I think it's the right move. I thought that Rick Bowness was super high in this guy. However, again, Rick Bowness doesn't pay their salaries, so it doesn't really matter. But Kevin Stenlund was brought in on a 1-year basis. Originally was thought to be going straight on to the Winnipeg Jets. Gets assigned to the Manitoba Moose out of training camp. A little bit disappointed there. However, he puts up 14 points in 19 games with the Manitoba Moose, earning a promotion to the NHL where he records 6 goals, 3 assists for 9 points on the fourth line with a plus-minus of +3 in 54 games. And then in the playoffs, he recorded 1 goal in Game 2 against the Vegas Golden Knights. It was interesting here. I don't hate Kevin Stenlund. I really don't. I like Kevin Stenlund a lot for what he offers on the fourth line in terms of decent penalty killing, defensive responsibility, and a good face-off man. However, kind of what I said about Lim Augier, it's... I wouldn't say he's an AHLer. I think he's still very much an NHLer. However, you can't afford to be giving spots to roster filler when you are trying to move prospects up into the NHL. You need to give them life and give them opportunities to grow and to flourish. And I don't think that opportunity would be given as much with guys like Kevin Stenlund and Alex Limoges possibly playing on the Winnipeg Jets. I think these are the right moves at the right time. I'm annoyed, I think, more about last year's because with Evgeny Svechnikov, I saw him as a guy who could play fluidly around the lineup. I don't get that wherewithal from Kevin Stenlund, Alex Limoges, and Arvid Holm. I thought these guys had low ceilings, and I understand the moves. Yeah, let me know down below in the comments, what are your guys' thoughts on these, on the tenured RFAs, on the non-tenured RFAs? Let me know down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button because it does help us out a lot, and hit the subscribe button as well if you can. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.